Hello folks and welcome to 4 Season Backpacking. Please subscribe for the latest outdoor adventure videos.
Yeah, so as you guys might know, I use the old Mavic Pro. With this I can record at 4K 60 mbs, and if you're thinking about getting the Mavic Mini, that will only record at 2.7K and at 40 mbs, and it only has auto settings for like the shutter speed, and really you need manual settings for shutter speed for cinematic look, and it's also got auto settings for I believe like white balance and all that sort of thing as well, whereas this has got, you can do auto or manual on it. I always have it on manual for otherwise you're going to get the light of the video all over the place. You want it on manual for that. The new Mavic Pro 2, the newer one of this, the new version of this with the Hasselblad camera, now that's got a much better camera, and that will record at 4K at 100 mbs, and it's got OcuSync 2, I believe. This is OcuSync 1. It's better than Wi-Fi. It's really good actually. I've no real problems with it, but the new one's got OcuSync 2, which is meant to be even better for transmission. So the only good thing for me, the Mavic Pro 2, which I haven't got, this is the Mavic 1, is the quality of the photographs it takes, and you can video it, I believe, in lower light and get a much better, less grainy image, and it's got a slightly longer airtime. The only thing I don't like about the Mavic 2 is it is really bulky compared to this, much more bulky, and it's got lots of pointless features for me anyway. They might not be pointless for you, but for me they are. I really do not use the special modes that often. The only one I really use is, I don't really use the follow me, because it's not that, to be honest, it's not that good on the Mavic Pro, but I use I think it's tripod mode to get a nice slow steady shot sometimes. I very rarely use the point of interest mode, where it turns around the point of interest. Maybe sometimes, but very rarely. And I find the sensors, the front sensors on this, more of a hindrance to me, because sometimes you're getting a nice shot and all of a sudden for some reason it just stops even though there's nothing in the way, which is really irritating. So this is the reason why I want to get the Mavic 2, because it's just covered in sensors, which are absolutely, and any sensors I want is on the bottom. I would have liked to see a lighter Mavic 2 with a decent camera, maybe even better than it's got now, without all the extras like sensors that I don't really want to use. I just want a lighter drone with a decent camera. That's why I didn't get the Mavic 2. Now there's like is it the Mavic Air? No, the Spark, I get confused. Yeah, the Mavic Air I considered getting, but the only problem is it doesn't have OcuSync like this. It's got it uses Wi-Fi, which is, a lot of people say it gets a lot of interference, and it can be really troublesome, so that put me off with that. And also the Mavic Air has only got, I think, 20 minutes flight time, where this has got like around 28, but you're never going to get the maximum it says. But you know, like in the ideal conditions, which you never get, it should get 28 this, and the Mavic Air, I think 20 or 18 minutes, I can't remember, but around that, so that's not long enough for me. But the Mavic Air does record in 4K and 100 mbs, which is ideal for me, and it's lighter as well, which is ideal for me. But what I would have liked to see with the Mavic Air is OcuSync. Maybe obviously, hopefully they bring out a new one this year. I know they're bringing out the Mavic a new update of the Mavic 2. I'm pretty sure that's coming out, but I've got a funny feeling rather than making it lighter, they're just going to add more stuff to it that you don't need, and it's going to be heavier. Hopefully, ideally, they would make the camera even better for video and photography, and make the drone lighter and take away all the pointless sensors and just have the sensors on the bottom, and just make the drone really light. And I would actually buy that. Now, when they brought out this new Mavic Mini, if they'd made it 4K with the 100 MBS and with, you know, not even front sensors, just bottom sensors and OcuSync, I would have paid over £1,000 for it. But I wouldn't even pay £100 for it. Hello. Hello. Hiya. 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 So, as I was saying, actually the Mavic Mini, yeah, I wouldn't even pay £100 for it, because yeah, okay, it's good for a first drone and messing around with, but the quality of the image is, you can't, like, it's got no manual settings. It's just not. It's all right for messing around with, I think, and I think it's good, ideal for a starter drone if you don't want to spend a fortune, but you're not going to get cinematic footage with it. I wouldn't even pay £100 for it myself. But as I said, if you've never used a drone before and you don't want to spend a great deal of money, yeah, maybe it's ideal for you. But if you want to get that cinematic look, it's really not. It's not a drone for me. If they increase, like I said, to the Mavic Mini to 4K and up to the MBS, say like 60 MBS even, or like this one's got, or 100, I know that would up the price. But I'd pay over £1,000 for the Mavic Mini if it had that, and I don't need loads of sensors. Like I said, I just need sensors on the bottom. It would be ideal for me then for hiking and stuff. You know, I'm not interested in bloody avoidance systems, because you're only allowed to fly the drone 500 meters anyway, and 120 meters high above you. So what's the point? You've got to have line of sight. What's the point in sensors, you know? I know in case the drone goes out of control, but the whole time I've ever owned a drone, that's never really happened. I find the sensors more of an irritant than anything. Obviously, if you're learning to fly and you're like you worry about it, yeah, have the sensors. But to be honest, if you want, I want a decent camera on the drone. I don't care about the sensors, because I keep a line of sight on my drone at all time, as you're supposed to do anyway. So I don't see the point in the sensors. I want quality camera, light drone.
I think all the Mavic drones are great, but for weight and camera quality, has to be the old Mavic Pro every time, folks.